Alright, this is part 3 for Taurus. I tried to get it in just 2 parts, but obviously I failed at that. So we're finishing up your love reading. I would highly recommend definitely going back to part 2. Part 1 is not necessary unless you don't want the long version, which is what we're doing here. So we're finishing up part 2 for Taurus love reading. If you're starting here, yeah, definitely you've missed out on a lot. I don't remember what I was doing other than trying to see what happened here. Somebody is struggling here. Somebody was hurt. That's all I can see. Everything from here to here looks really, really nice, except for that the Emperor in the reverse with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups. It could, you know what? It could be that some of you were witness to a pretty traumatic divorce, or maybe one of your own like a significant relationship that really negatively impacted you. And despite how, smoothly and nicely this is moving, that is what is crossing you, is like the memory of this, that makes sense. It could have been like a traumatic divorce situation where you witnessed your parents, or they witnessed their parents go through, awful separation, and that gives that person, or it gives you, flip it as necessary, that gives you anxiety over really connecting with somebody because of that experience. So yeah, that's making more sense. Now, some of you, again, could have taken a hit in your own past relationship or in this one, and now you're trying to reconcile. Like, again, tarot tells many different stories, especially in a general when I have no clear sense of who is who. And yeah, let's move on. I think this is... Alright, so what's coming towards you in love? What's coming towards you in love with the Knight and Seven of Cups? Could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've had a lot of very fiery energy as well. Aries, Leo, Sag. Tell me one more with the Knight and the Seven of Cups for what's coming towards Taurus. And, you were Taurus. You were below here, so that's you. There's something that you need to settle. You need to come to terms with, you need to resolve with that too. There's something you need to prioritize. I think you're not committing to a decision that you're trying to make. And if you want stability there, that's exactly what you're going to have to do. Some of you could be, you have more than one offer on the plate, and you're kind of going back and forth to which person or which situation you want to choose. Alright, so Knight of Cups and Knight and Seven of Cups, please. And what's the most important influential thing coming towards Taurus in love that they would want or need to know, please? One more. The Knight and the Seven. Alright. Go ahead. 1. 2. There we go. Oh. 3. That one again. This is like somebody, oh man, yeah, this is what this is. Somebody is not, and I'm going to be honest, it kind of feels like you, but then again, maybe your inaction or your indecisiveness is kind of putting this person off. Somebody is wanting to come in with an offer with this Knight of Cups. They're wanting to express something. They're wanting to offer you something. But at the same time, they're really confused because the energy with this is the Four of Coins and the Four of Swords. This is somebody who's just... It's like they're comfortable. They're comfortable and they're not really budging because they're comfortable. They don't want to shake up because they're happy with where it's at. They're either phoning it in, they're on autopilot, or they're just, they're not investing a whole lot of energy into something. So whatever's coming in is confused. Whether the offer is confusing or the person that's offering it is confused. It kind of gives this vibe of like, okay, I'll take what you're offering, but I'm not going to do anything with it, or I'm not going to, reflect that back on you. I'm not going to reciprocate it, because that would cause me to have to put some effort and to get up off my butt and actually apply myself to this. That's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know if that's you or the person that you're dealing with, or an entirely different situation. It's like the energy that you're putting off is like you're not that interested, so it's kind of leaving this person at a loss as to how to even approach you. Like if this is the energy you're putting off, that's what they're picking up. They're not reading the context. They're not reading, the fine print. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Or it could be this person is like they're offering you something, but it's kind of it's putting you off because it's only half-ass. Well, that's your perspective of it anyway, whether or not that's true. I pulled the Hermit. That's Virgo energy. I'm gonna shuffle again. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Tell me about this Knight of Cups, please. There could be an age difference as well between you and this person. That's for some people, because we did have the... Three of Swords. Somebody could be expressing something that they were hurt, or expressing a message that will be hurtful or disappointing in some way. Could definitely have to do with work. I'm going to put this back in there. Upsetting. An upsetting message. Or somebody's expressing that they're hurt or upset. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Cups, please. Or what's coming towards the world. So something is opening up to you, but like the world is opening up, but you're not sure which direction you want to go. It's like you're keeping your options open at the same time. You're also just kind of like, you're not making any huge moves. Six of Coins, but that was in the reverse. Six of Coins in the reverse is something unfair. It's not equal. It's about inequality. So breadcrumbing or being breadcrumbed, or somebody kind of revoking what they've been giving, like they're slowly over time they're giving less. But I feel like that's because you're not... Somebody in this situation is this Four of Cups. They're not completely on the same page based on what I said before, the heartbreak. And here it's coming in again. It's either you're receiving a message that's disappointing or hurtful, or they're expressing that they are hurt because somebody feels like they're not priority in the situation, or you're keeping your options open, or they are and it's disappointing to you. Like, again, reverse it. What does this have to do with? What does this have to do with the Knight, the Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands? Yeah, somebody's protecting themselves. They're coming off defensive. And I feel like in some cases it's justified, but in this case I feel like it's actually it's the cause of all this. So I don't know if this is you or another person. Somebody is going overboard with the self-protection. They're not allowing the good things in, and it's causing them confusion, or it's causing the other party confusion. Because what we have here is really, really nice from what I've seen. Other than this, and I can't say that I feel like it's related to this. Because when I drew these, nothing came out that but then again, you do have the moon card with it, which is over idealization, like rose-tinted glasses, not seeing something for how it truly is. I honestly feel like somebody is self-sabotaging here. Based on past experience. It's like you commit or don't. Shit or get off the pot, basically. Pardon the vulgarity, but what am I doing? Alright, let's look at advice. Four of Wands, which you had here, and the Moon. Cancer, Pisces. Oh, we're gonna do this other one. I'm going with the Four of Wands and the Moon. For Taurus's advice, what are the messages they most need to hear at this time? For their best interest, greatest good, highest benefit, only what serves towards their best interest, greatest good, highest potential. The messages of truth, clarity, wisdom, guidance, and advice for the sign of Taurus and love. The Four of Wands and the Moon, please. One more with the Four of Wands and the Moon. 1, 2, and 3. Sun. Yep. Okay, that's what I felt. Yeah. I think it's you. You're not leaving space for something based on something that happened in the past. It definitely could have been in childhood trauma, or just past. It doesn't have to be Six of Cups. Can talk about childhood. A child could be involved in some way. This could definitely be a person that has children. But there can be no stability until you resolve, let go, seek therapy. You know, the Moon can cover a lot of different things. But basically what this is saying is that the pain that you associate with this Moon is preventing the stability that you want. It's like you want to reach some kind of victory or success, but you sabotage yourself because you're still stuck in this idea that everything is colored by the Moon. Subconsciously, you're aware of this trauma, and you're lambasting everything under the same expectation that this is how it's going to play out. This is unresolved trauma or heartbreak, and it's preventing you from creating the stability that you want with the Four of Wands. There's something really nice about all of this, like the person that you're with or that you're thinking about. If it's associated with this person, it is not good. But then again, we are all human, we all make mistakes, so maybe the good outweighs the bad. You are the best person to be able to tell that. Obviously, if this person is toxic, abusive in any way, then hell no. But it honestly feels like whatever offer, no matter who it comes from, it's always going to end the same because you're still here and this isn't resolved. What is this Moon? What is this Moon with the heartbreak? It honestly, like I said, it definitely could be experience based on relationships that you have experienced yourself or that you have seen, especially with your own family. Within your own family, tell me about the Moon. What does the Moon represent here? What are we talking about? What do we need to resolve with the Moon? it could also be an over-idealization of things, and it ends up disappointing you because you over-idealize it. You romanticize things from childhood, and because they don't add up to the expectation, then you always get disappointed. That could definitely be like something as well. That's way too many, but yeah, you need to be more confident within yourself and open yourself up to new experiences, things that could grow and add to your world, add to your expansion and abundance. But whatever this is the thing that's causing this friction and this inability to create that celebratory, possibly even a marriage, but it doesn't necessarily like physical, like literal marriage. It can be like a marriage of spirits, or a marriage of two people that can harmonize better. Oh, what am I doing? Let's look at probable outcome. And I already kind of see where this is going. If this continues on as it has been, we have the Justice card. And justice is always blind, so however you're playing it in the moment is how justice comes through for you. So basically, let me hush. Got the Knight of Coins. Yeah, things are progressing really slowly. I'm going to put that to the side. Five of Pentacles and Justice, please, for the probable outcome here. Probable, not definitive, not final. You have free will. Never take tarot as an absolute. Tell me one more. Five of Pentacle and Justice. Libra energy here. 1, 2, 3. Seven of Cups, yeah. It can only grow in the way that it's being this is justice not working in your favor only because you're not working in your own favor. Or the situation is not being attended to. This is a disappointment. Now, some of you may be dealing with a house situation where there is a lot of confusion surrounding that, surrounding your stability, your safety, your security. For those of you that are dealing with a home or a position within your career or job, this is saying that there could be a loss there, but again, I kind of feel like it falls back on you because you are in this kind of back and forth, wishy-washy, not really. There's an imbalance, and that's what you're tending. That's the garden that you're tending. You're kind of reaping your own reward here because that's where you are. You're not making a decision. You're standing at a crossroad. You're going back and forth on something. Something over here that you're not resolving. It could be, for some of you, a home situation. Now, this is a love reading, but for those of you that resonates highly for, like you're not sure where you're going to be in a couple months, or hell, even a couple of weeks, it's kind of because you've procrastinated it until until the very last moment, and that's how it's going to play out. In that scenario for you is because you procrastinated, you're not going to have any certainty around how this plays out. Whatever it is, it's going to leave you with more confusion. It's going to extend, or it's going to continue to be confusing, uncertain. Tell me the Five of Pentacles. This is a long process. It's not going to happen overnight or quickly. 7. This could have been going on for a long period of time. But you are taking a loss here because you're not balancing these scales. You're not taking a hand in balancing the situation for yourself. It's kind of like you're just letting things play out as they play out. Tell me about justice. A long period of time, anywhere from 3 to 7 years, but I'm thinking more like 3 to 5 or 5 to 7 years. Or months. It could be months, but pentacles are generally seen as years in tarot. Or just a lot of time. A lot of time. So many years. Just many years. This has been going on for many years. It doesn't necessarily mean the relationship or whatever. It's just a pattern that has kind of become the norm. Tell me about justice. Tell me about justice. 1. Okay, thank you. 2. 3. Damn. Well, that's disappointing. So yeah, disappointing news. Whatever this is going to play out very quickly, but it's a culmination of years or a long time that got to this point. And that's why I think your advice is to resolve something, is to start, actually putting your focus into resolving a situation, whatever that is for you with that moon. It could, for some of you, it definitely could be a home or a job, career situation. Some of you, it could be a marriage. For others of you, it's just about your stability, what is stable in your life. If there's instability, which it seems there is some, you have to figure that out, because this is the outcome that's coming towards you. It's going to be very disappointing. Justice is not going in your favor if this is not seen to. For some of you, it's not going to be really in your favor regardless, but at least you can soften the blow some by getting things in order. Honestly, what I feel from this, for those of you that this is about a relationship, this is like a culmination of a lot of time that was spent not making yourself feel secure, not making the other person feel secure. Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe they didn't make you feel secure. But honestly, I feel like this has so much potential to be more than it is, and yet somebody's indecision and back and forth and juggling and over complicating things is what is going to be the thing that either causes an ending, or this is not a good outcome. And it's unfortunate because the energy I get from or the person that you're dealing with or thinking about, there is potential there. Tell me about that 7 of Cups. Yeah, look. That 5 of Wands came back out. And that's what's crossing you. Like there's something going on in the background. And maybe there is a past there of somebody hurting somebody else. And maybe this is supposed to come to an end. The right and just thing is for this to come to an end. Only you will know. Whatever this was is very happy. Whatever this is very positive. These two gave me really good energy. Your energy towards this Ace of Cups was really great. But again, that moon is there. So maybe some of you are like wearing rose-tinted glasses in this situation. You're not seeing it for what it really is. My perspective is picking up on your energy of it, but I have to be honest, like it feels really nice. So I can't say that this feels like the same. If you watched part 2, that will make sense. If you're just now jumping in, that's not going to make sense to you. This is conflict. This is disruption. This is, nobody working together. It's too much chaos. Chaos and confusion. And I do feel like you have the ability to do something about this, but you have chosen not to, or you have tied your own hands. I mean, it's not to say that some of you, you don't have the power, because you did have the Emperor in the reverse. Maybe your power has been taken from you, but you always have a choice. You always do have the ability to take back control. And this is if you don't. Justice is going to play out, and it's going to force your hand in this situation if it's not resolved. Right, so let's look at the overall energy, and then we are done. So the overall energy is the King of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Somebody is emotionally guarded here. They are holding back, withdrawn. They're reserving the best parts of themselves, the most loving parts. The Emperor just came out. That is the Emperor in the upright. You need, yeah, okay. Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, specifically Scorpio, does not have to be, but there is somebody's guarded. Their heart is guarded. And the Emperor is now in the upright. So it's basically take back control, get back your power, command the situation, but not to the extent that you block the best parts of yourself. Maybe you do need to block somebody out. We just had the Three of Swords come out again. You're still hurting from a situation. You're still in pain. Or somebody is. Maybe it's this other person towards you. I don't know who is who. Maybe you're both kind of reflecting the same things back at each other. But I think you're blocking out something really good. Not that this person, you will know if this person is good for you or not. It kind of feels like more than one person is involved, though, if I'm being honest. It feels like somebody that you were hurt by, and again, it could have been back, all the way back in childhood, but it's still in some way affecting your current. But this and this looks really good. I'm being honest, like self-sabotage. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Queen of Cups on the bottom. King of Wands. Very fire energy here. Aries, Leo, Sag, and then we have the Six of Coins. You're kind of holding back how much you invest into a situation, how much you give, or somebody is. Somebody's controlling how much output, how much they're extending to the other person or to the situation. And it's based on the wounded warrior. Somebody's been hurt, so they're guarding, they're protecting. It's creating a disadvantage. There's no equality, there's no equal give and take. Tell me about tell me about the Emperor. Somebody is probably controlling too much, themselves more so than the other person. There's a lot of pride, I feel. Tell me about the Emperor. 1, 2. Page of Wands. Tell me about it. Oh my goodness, no. No, there's no cooperation, there's no teamwork. It's like everybody's looking out for themselves, acting on their own benefit, to their own best interest, not taking the other person into account based on pain. The fear of pain. Tell me about the Emperor. 1, 2, 3. else? Yeah. Somebody's slowing everything down. We got two people that want to act towards each other, that want to create something stable. It could be somebody, again, it could be an older person. I do feel like it feels like an age difference here. If not an age difference, it's a difference in maturity or experience. But somebody's like holding back. I think it's causing the other person to hold back as well. There's no stability. It creates too much unequal. I want to, before I close this out, if this is a person that is toxic, if this is a person that is abusive, if this is a person that you cannot get over the fact that they hurt you, or they can't get over the fact that you hurt them, whoever was on that side of the coin, then obviously let go of this person. But the energy that I got from this was so nice and positive, uplifting, and it felt really good. So I feel like this is more self-sabotage. It could be on the other person's part and not yours, and you're the one that's trying to, but it doesn't feel that way. It honestly feels like you are the one that is reserving and restricting how much you give based on an experience that you suffered or that you went through. It doesn't feel like the same person. Although some things that they may do may trigger a memory or response that make you feel that or remember that or re-experience it. Honestly, I mean, it could be, for some of you that's the case, and others of you, you're with a person that is abusive. So please, please, please do not say or do not take to mean that, some of you, this may have started out really beautiful and then it got really toxic, as things can do. If that is your story, do not take this person back. But if you are the person where things started out really nice and that intimidated you or that threatened you or that made you fearful, but this person has never given you a reason to think that they would do these things to you that happened here and here, give them a chance. And I feel that stronger than I do the other side. But if you are the one that has suffered at the hands of the person that you are thinking about and experienced this past with, please be mindful of that. Do not stay involved with this person. You are the best judge. This is a general reading, so not all Tauruses are experiencing the same thing at the same time. That's impossible for me to get every person's. Other than that, that is your reading. If it resonated, please let me know in the comments. I like to hear back from you guys. Leave a like, share, subscribe, help me get out there to a bigger audience. I appreciate you staying with me. If you stayed this long, I really, really, really appreciate that. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you very much.